So I just kind of wanted to start by asking the two of you how this project kind of came about. Like, how long have you been working on this and developing this like self-discovery special? And what did the process of kind of bringing that to life look like?
It definitely was a while in the cooker. Getting to the point where everybody agreed that we could do it took the longest amount of time. And then once we knew what we were doing, we just jumped into the production the way we always do. Hired the writers, got all the staff on, started recording, started drawing, started animating, building everything, editing.
The
Mm,
usual, yeah, the
Yeah.
usual process. But I think, yeah, like Seth said, it's we're 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 pushing the buttons a little bit on, our owners, which makes it a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard, but Discovery Media Global bought Warner Brothers Global Media, which owns all these subsidiaries, including all of the Turner assets, like the Cartoon Network and its late night subsidiary, the Adult
But
Swim.
but
Um,
but there's always something fun about playing with the people that you know, and like that's how it worked with Star Wars. That's how it worked with DC. We've known these people, and so it's being able to work with these people that we've known.
yeah, this was us reaching out to our new corporate stepdad and saying, "What's up, dude? You want to have fun? You want to play around with us?"
Hmm.
And they did.
Sure. And I love that they were up for that because that just makes it such a fun dynamic. Like when you can kind of like poke fun like that. I love that.
I do
Exactly.
too.
So I kind of want to ask about like some of the specific things that you're kind of like looking at in here because I'll be honest, I've been a 90 Day Fiancé fan for a long, long time now.
You are gonna love this whole through line. Oh my gosh, we even have Big Ed in the special. If you're
No
familiar.
way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is awesome. And like I love kind of the idea for this project. And I'm just kind of wondering like when you kind of came up with this idea, was there like a lot of research required? Like were you fans of like this stuff before? Or did you have to go like we're gonna binge all of 90 Day Fiancé in a
It's a
matter of
It's
mix.
the latter. I
It's
mean,
a mix.
there's definitely a couple of premises that we were familiar with, shows that we'd seen before. But when we got the writers together to figure out what this whole thing was gonna be, we watched everything. We
Mhm.
watched everything
Yeah.
just to really understand the totality of the space that we could address.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think everybody had seen different types of the shows, and that's what brought it all together. And there was one person in the room I could say who is a diehard of all of it, and definitely helped guide us. So it was great.
That's awesome. It's such just a cool like way to look at it too. Like your robot chicken has been around for forever and like going after reality shows. Like I just love that idea because there's it seems like there's so much to mine there. So I, I love the scope of it.
Reality is complicated too, like because it is all of these, it's genres in and of itself, right? Just reality as a genre doesn't quite define all of the types of programs that it
Yeah,
encompasses, you know?
there's competition shows, there's cooking shows, there's like it's like there are doctor shows. It's hard to like find those little niches and make sure you can go broad with them.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's been such a rise in popularity that like now everyone kind of is watching these shows and now like a Robot Chicken episode about it makes it so much sense because like this is the kind of stuff we can zoom when like we're like I don't know what else to watch and then we put on 90 Day Fiancé and like that just makes it perfect for Robot Chicken.
I love it.
Which is awesome. And it's also really cool that kind of you're doing this on the 20th anniversary of Robot Chicken, right? Like it's been
Wow.
this show's been out in the world for a long time, and I'm just kind of like curious about what it's like looking back kind of at that legacy. Like, does it feel like it's been 20 years, or like does when you start working on this time move so fast and like, oh shit, it's been 20 years?
Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
time moves very fast on this show. And again, I always say it feels like you're still playing with the same people you started with. It's you go to work every day and you're seeing these friends of yours and you're just goofing around with them, playing with literal toys to make these projects. And I think that's the excitement that you get. It doesn't feel like work when you're doing these kinds of projects. So 20 years, it's weird to think that way. It really does feel weird.
Yeah, it doesn't track.
Yeah.
Sure. No, that makes total sense. I'm kind of curious too, has from your guys' perspective, has the job evolved or changed since then? Just because like I think about how much pop culture has like changed since then. Like for example, 90 Day Fiancé wasn't a thing 20 years ago, or the Star Wars franchise looked completely different than it did now. Like, have you guys noticed, like, is it harder or easier with like the way
Our,
pop culture works?
I think it's the same, truly, just because our relationship with pop has stayed the same, no matter what the pop is, right? And then especially the audiences, like human beings' relationship with pop culture, that's what's evolved. We've got a larger audience than we've ever had because more people are open to appreciating these kinds of things. Like when we were coming up, when we first started the show, people didn't go to Comic-Con
Right.
unless
Yeah.
you really like that shit. Like we met in Comic-Con, we didn't meet there, but we met up at Comic-Con like
Hmm.
95,
Yeah, 96. Yeah.
96, and it's like is a very different thing.
Yeah.
So it's grown exponentially, and you're no longer going to school and getting your ass kicked for liking Spider-Man. You're almost getting your ass kicked if you don't like Spider-Man.
Hmm.
So I think that's changed the kinds of pop that kids are watching, right? The fact that all the stuff that we fought to be able to love has become so mainstream that it's almost punk rock to hate it.
Yeah.
That's what shifted.
Yeah. And going
Uh,
one step further with it, when we started Robot Chicken, we were making fun of all these things that no one thought they were allowed to make fun of.
Nobody
Like
remembered, right?
YouTube
right.
didn't exist. Like it might have been like the fact that we were pushing these
Like our
buttons,
second season
it
was
was
when YouTube was
scary. It
starting.
was really
But
scary
people
to,
hadn't even uploaded that kind
yeah.
of stuff yet.
And now it's commonplace where people are putting this stuff on YouTube every day.
Sure.
Um, yeah. And it's almost beneficial if people are making fun of your stuff.
Sure. No, totally. And that kind of jumps into what I wanted to ask you next was it's been 20 years. I'm curious if there was ever like a moment where you felt like we got it. Like, I don't know if it was when you were first coming up with the show or when you were pitching the show or like if it was years later after it had been on and like fans like started responding to season like, yeah, we
Oh,
want to see more. But was
Yeah.
there ever a moment
first
where it's
season.
like we got
I'm
something? This
curious
is
what yours
it.
is. I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah, it was the first season because we started getting the numbers back, and it was insane that we were getting the numbers that we were getting because the late night broadcast of the Cartoon Network ran from 11:30 to 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Hmm.
11:30
I
at night
remember
on
those days.
Sunday
Yeah.
Yeah.
to 6 a.m. on Monday. That's like a graveyard to send programming in 2002. Like what a it was almost a joke. So the fact that the show got 1 million viewers in that time slot, and when we first went to Comic-Con and had like a room full of people that were, I remember I watched that sketch made me live that same commercial. What was that show even about? That was where we were like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
we have something. This is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, like I agree with all of that. For me, the moment where I was like, oh, this is bigger than I thought was when we got that Star Wars special.
Yep.
Like there was a validation by the person creating a brand saying, I want you to make fun of my brand more. Like that for me was that moment of like, oh my God, we have something I didn't expect here. Um, and so yeah, it was just yeah, turn things on its side for me.
Oh, that's gotta feel good.
Yeah.
And I feel like you said, Robot Chicken has just gotten more and more popular over the years. So it's so exciting to see just kind of everyone rally around it and be like, yes, we want this. We want more of this.
Thanks.
So kind of in regard to this new special, is there like an aspect of it that you're the most excited for Robot Chicken fans to see? Like when you were working on it, whether it be the Food Network stuff or the TLC stuff, or are you just like, oh, this is gold. People are gonna love this. We can't wait.
I I love this special. I think it works so well. I've been so excited. Like as soon as we got our first script locked, I was like, this is gonna fucking work. And then just enough to know it's all the same alchemy, right? You get a sketch in the booth, somebody's recording it, something you thought was terrible is suddenly amazing, something that you thought was amazing is suddenly terrible. Like we go through the whole process. And the one thing I've got at this point is faith in the process. Like we started with a very loose idea, and then we cast the right writers, we get the right writers together to help us make this thing. And I know by the time the writing's done, we got an idea. I know that we will have it. That's what it is. It's just confidence in the process.
Sure. No, totally. That makes sense. And then just one last question for the two of you. I'd love to also know, like, if there's any future of Robot Chicken you can tease, because I know it's been on for forever. We got this special. Is there anything more that fans can like be excited about and look forward to?
Yeah, we're gonna do this. This really works well. It makes sense for everybody. Making less it doesn't make the same sense to focus on 20 quarter-hour seasons anymore. The landscape of television, all the streaming stuff, it makes a lot more sense for us to be able to dedicate our best assets to half hours that are around a single subject and then get to promote them in a marketing quarter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but this is what we're gonna do. So it's finding like the big brands that want this kind of collaboration.
Sure. Nope, that totally makes sense.
Sure.
Awesome. Well, then, Matt, Seth, that was all I had for the two of you. But thank you so much for your time and
Right on,
congratulations
Brandon.
again.
Yeah, no, thank
I
you.
hope you enjoy it.